And Garen, finally, the Ryder Cup, which golfing fans love because it turns the game into a team sport, very competitive, and the USA wrestling the cup back from the Europeans, although in the end it wasn't so much a wrestle, it was quite straightforward for them. Who, in your opinion, were the sort of weak links in the European team?
Yeah, a fairly emphatic victory for America in the end. You know, they won the opening foursomes 4-0, and from there they were never headed. Ended up winning 17-11 in the end. First victory in 8 years. So, you know, hats off to Davis Love and his team. They played really, really well. From a European point of view, unfortunately, a couple of players who just didn't turn up over the 3 days. Players like Danny Willett, former Masters champion, he didn't score a point. Lee Westwood had some woes on the putting green, missed a series of short putts. He actually was, in the end, the player to lose. It handed the trophy to America. And Matthew Fitzpatrick, very young, youngest player on the European team, he didn't pick up a point either. And a couple of those that even like your Rory McIlroys, who you really expected to you know, lead from the front, playing in every single match. You were hoping sort of for 5 out of 5 victories from him. I think he only picked up 2 points in the end. So, you know, they just didn't fire. I'm not too sure what the reason was. They did have 6 rookies or 6 debutants on their team. That's half the team. A lot of inexperience, probably the most inexperienced European team in some years. And it showed. And obviously, you know, the big talking point, the crowd, are very much behind the US team, you know, with their screamings and shoutings, sometimes a little bit offsides on the backswing of a couple of the Europeans. I think that a lot of them are used to it. The 6 of the 12 that have played in Ryder Cups before would have experienced that before. For the 6 rookies, you know, they would have struggled as well. But having said that, Thomas Pieters from Belgium, you know, he was the leading European point scorer and the best rookie performance ever for them, scoring 4 out of 5 points, and he seemingly wasn't put off by facing these crowds for the first time. So, you know, America, I think on paper, heading into the tournament, the bookies had them as favourites to win, mainly thanks to this experience and the fact that they were the sheer desire not to lose, having, you know, suffered the miracle of the Medina defeat a couple of years ago. They didn't want a repeat of that. Davis Love was brought back as the captain, and they really, really played well. There weren't many weak links on the US team, and led by Patrick Reed, who was their leading scorer. You know, he really is made for match play, if you like. You know, he doesn't mind hushing the crowd or getting them excited and behind him. And, you know, he went out first against Rory McIlroy. I think Europe would have hoped for a victory for McIlroy, but it wasn't to be. That was sort of one against the head and sort of set the tone on the final day singles for the US, and they ended up winning 7.5 out of the 12, and it was, you know, more than enough. And a fairly easy victory in the end. And now 2 years to go until we play next in Paris. It'll be interesting to see how that pans out. Obviously, a lot of golf to be played between now and then. Tiger Woods, will he be back? Will he be a captain? Will he be a co-captain? Will he want to play himself onto the team? You know, he's already 40, 41, I think this year, 43 in 2 years' time. You know, it's getting on a bit. You know, not too many golfers playing were in their 40s. So a lot of subplots. It'll be interesting to see what happens the next 2 years.
Right, gents, thank you.
Thanks, Nick.